yesterday in New York, we had what they would call Fatal Fury, which turned out to be not so fatal at all. This is crazy, but one of the fights that took place was Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barboza, and I'm not sure if I remember making a prediction for it, but I'm here to give my take on the fight. Let me just say this, man. As far as that whole fight night, rather boring. I mean, this was one of the worst fight cards I've seen in a long time, bro. I mean, definitely trash. No knockouts. I mean, I know knockouts ain't everything, but it was trash, bro. It really was. This is why I don't pay for fights no more. You know what I mean? Like, for years, the only fighters that I've bought fights to their fight, I pay for their fights with Terrence Crawford, and that's probably the only fighter that I'm gonna ever spend money on. I'm not spending money on these other motherfuckers, just not. You know what I mean? And I'll be real too. The only fighters that really, lately that have shown me any kind of excitement, man. That I get up for really been Bud and I'll even say Boots a little bit. Boots is okay, and Bud, bro, it's like a handful of fighters, man, that really do something for me. Man, everybody else is just, they being exposed, bro. I'm here to tell you, man. A lot of these fighters are just they're being exposed, bro. A lot of them, and I think last night really confirmed that. But Teofimo and Arnold Barboza, Teo looked good though. Good, sharp on his feet. Very good boxer. I always said Teofimo was a good boxer. Very good boxer. For the whole fight, the fight was rather boring though, man. I mean, it was Teo tried to make it a little exciting with his showboating and his footwork, but other than that, the fight was garbage, yo. It was. But Teo did his thing, outboxed Arnold Barboza. Anybody could have told you that was going to happen. Teo had the speed over him, which everybody already knew before this fight. Barboza just was a little longer than him, had longer reach. But he has no power. He's not known for his power. Teofimo, I think you can also say he didn't do nothing too spectacular himself either. Like, he didn't really separate himself that much from Barboza. I mean, obviously we did see he has the speed, he has the combination skills, he got the reflexes, he's just a better fighter than Arnold Barboza, just period. We know that already. But he still didn't wow anybody, man. And he didn't even hurt Arnold Barboza, man. And what I've learned last night is I've been saying this though. Just go look at Teofimo's fights since he moved up in weight. His power ain't there, y'all. It's just not. He looked sharp. He's very fast. Still got his speed and everything. His power is not carrying, man. His power ain't carrying. So he's not. When is the last time Teo got a stoppage, man? That should tell you everything right there. When is the last time he got a stoppage? I think it was damn it, man. I gotta go and see when is the last time this dude had a stoppage. Okay, I pulled up BoxRec, yo, and bro, the last time Teofimo Lopez had a knockout was in August 2022, man. We're in 2025. Right there, as I said, that should tell you everything you need to know about his power. He's been at 140 for 3 years, and he hasn't had one knockout besides Pedro Campa, his first fight at 140. And that was a technical knockout. Well, it's still a knockout. He hasn't had a knockout since. All his other wins has been unanimous and split decisions, man. Mostly UDs, all right? So, Pedro Campa, y'all, that was the last time Teo's got a knockout. His power ain't carry, man. His power ain't carry up. So, He's not hurting these dudes no more. The last fight he got a severe knockout in was against Richard Coleman. Man, that was in 2019. That was at 135 pounds. So Tio is not the knockout boy like he used to be. He's not that threat with that 140. That 140 power ain't there. So he did box Barboza's ears off. Barboza wasn't doing nothing but following him around the whole fight. Couldn't cut the ring off correctly. He landed a couple of nice shots. It looked like he buzzed Tio with one right hand that he hit him with. They threw together. Tio clipped him. I think somewhere on his he hit him in his shoulder or his chest, and then Barboza ended up clipping him on his chin a little bit. Stumbled him a little bit, but he never was really physically hurt, you know. So, I mean, it's not much more to say about the fight other than that, because Barboza, he didn't know what he was doing in there. He couldn't keep up with Teofimo. He was just following him around like an idiot the whole fight. Tio was just in there. It just looked like a glorified sparring match, man. That's all it looked like. And Tio got the win for the most part. That's what counts, right? So he got the win, but it was a rather boring win. You know what I mean? He did what he had to do. He definitely did show his footwork, his speed, and everything was on display. Definitely a good boxer, man. Teofimo, he can box his ass, so he can fight. You know, he definitely can fight. But you know, if we gonna go by entertainment value, and everybody always talking about, well, knockouts is what bring butts and seats, and people want to see. That might be true for, you know, in a certain aspect, but if that's the case, man, Tio ain't that boy. He ain't it. He just ain't spectacular, man. 135 was his limit, all right? So, he defended his title, so he's still a champion at 140 pounds. Next up for Teofimo Lopez, I don't know. I have to go look at some fighters that's ranked and see, you know, who could be his next potential opponent. But I want to see him in there with the champions, man. I mean, he got a belt, right? So he got who's the belt dude? The belt holders. We got Gary Antoine Russell. We got what's the boy name, man? I'm just getting up. You got Richardson Hitchens, and you got Alberto Puello. I'm sorry. So those are the champions. Belts all scattered at the division, and shit, man. You got Isaac Cruz is number 2 at 140. You got Alfredo Santiago is number 1. You got Subriel Matias. Is he gonna line something up with Subriel Matias? That's a good fight, right? We got Liam Paro there at number 5. Jack Catterall. I don't really want to see that. The only real challenge I can see is maybe the Santiago dude and the Subriel Matias, man. And then you got the other champions at the other division. I mean, the other sanctioning bodies. All right. So the competition is really thin to look like for my boy, man. But you got, like I said, Richardson Hitchens is a good fight for him. That's a really good fight for Teofimo Lopez. Yeah, I think that's going to be his hardest fight, bro. I think Richardson Hitchens is going to be Tio's hardest fight, man. It's just something telling me that's going to be his hardest fight. But shout out to Tio. He got the win. It looked like he going to have to see somebody soon, though, man. You know, he had to get Barboza up out the paint, so now it's time to see what's next for him, man. Let's go. Anyway, let me know what y'all thought about this fight. I thought it was absolute sleep fest, but it probably was one of the, I guess on Tio's behalf, it was one of the most entertaining ones, I guess. This is Rebel Like Boxing, man. Like y'all. Catch y'all on the next one. And I'm off this.